Welcome to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We have a scent of the month every month that you get 25% off. And for the month of February, it is fresh cut roses. Perfect gift idea for your Valentine or anybody else you want. Or you can stock up on your own. We got that in the shop, plus other sale items like our lip balm buy two get one free sale, and we mentioned that last week. So swing on.
Everything is relabeled with the new.
Yeah, we got much better labels now for those lip balm tubes. But swing on by, check that out. I'm sure you'll find something you'll enjoy in our shop. Want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. So what do we got on the list of?
Not much.
Yeah, it might be a quick one. We always say that, but you know how that is.
Farm happenings, Farmer's Almanac, in the Coop, Squeal like a pig. That's where it's going to get big. And then in the arena roundup.
All right. Well, let's get things underway. Farm happenings. Where do you want to start?
I was distracted by Dundee. He's got his Kermit right in between us here, but...
It's his favoriteest toy. Let me see Kermit. Show me Kermit.
Well, he's hugging it.
No. Yeah, I got this, it's a actual Build-A-Bear, if you're familiar with Build-A-Bear, where you make your own stuffed animals. I actually got him this at a garage sale because it's a big-sized toy, and he likes big-sized toys. And ever since I brought it home, it's a little hand puppet, too. So, I mean, but it's you know, it's yay big. It's pretty good size. That's his favoriteest toy. He just takes that everywhere. He's over here playing with it. But... Yeah,
he's on light play duty this week because the other day he hurt his front paw and was limping.
Paw or leg. We're not clear on exactly what it is.
Now that's not bothering him. And yesterday it was his hip or his back leg
of some sort. And
yelping
and then now it's fine. You know, he's
like
walking,
ding, ding,
so
ding.
it's like... So we're keeping him contained for the next couple of days, not letting him go out and roam and chase.
He plays hard.
Yeah, he chases the dogs, the neighbor dogs, and they run up and down the fence line and
bunnies and
Sadie.
I don't know if he slipped in a hole or like a gopher hole or something. Or
yeah, because when I got back yesterday in the morning, he was out there laying and he didn't get up. Yeah. Then when he stood up, he had his back leg sticking. I'm like, what's up? So I pick him up, carry him in, and don't see anything wrong. And then later in the day, he then again had a yelps because he must have stepped wrong and was not putting any weight on it. But now, he's running around fine, so I don't know what's going on. But he seems fine now. We'll keep him in the house.
Yeah, he's not even...
Yeah. There's no signs that there's anything wrong. And it's pretty quick, too, because when we started looking at him, he wouldn't do it. And then he got distracted and then started walking on it. So it's like, I don't know if he felt something and then he's overly cautious. Because he's got a good memory, so I don't know. He remembers hurting his foot, so now he doesn't want to use it kind of thing. But back to normal, but hopefully it's nothing that's a major problem. Yeah. We don't need any more vet bills, so.
No, and since you mentioned that I'm going to say this not too negatively, but I know I've had lots of mentions of why I don't have to market, buying yarn and showing yarn every week, and because this is a knitting podcast or bags or whatever. Everything goes to Fuji, that's where the extra money, or, if you want to call it that, I'm not spending it on yarn, or, it's going to her, because, she's got weekly, we've never mentioned how much. I'm not going to get into that, or, but that's where, money goes. I can't justify spending money on yarn when I have yarn,
Yeah, you got enough stash. And
I have bought stuff with Christmas money, but still, it's... I know I've been... had messages or comments made like, oh well, you're not showing any, stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah,
in time.
vet bills.
Yeah.
So
It is what it is. So
thought I would bring it to since
either you love our podcast for what it is, or you can
push that.
just
Yeah. You're not going to see, acquisitions or whatever,
guilt purchases, huh?
Yeah, so. Hi, baby boy. Thank you for the kisses.
So, anyway, so where were we at?
Back to, we let our hens
Mm-hmm.
completely, they free range anyways. They have a pen, but we're letting them free range now. I'm opening the gates,
Yeah.
So.
Where they're at right now is we have 4 of these pen areas, and they're about the size of a garage. They're 20 by 20, roughly that size, and they have their coop, and they have netting over the tops, and they're pretty well protected just because we have hawks and other crows that come in and steal the eggs if they could, kind of thing. But lately we just started
this week.
We open up the gate and we let them all out and during the day, and which is good because we've had a number of rains out here, and it's all getting green on the ground, and they're just loving it. They're out there
finding
wandering
worms and scratching.
They go out in front, they go out and around by the solar panels. They're all the way over on the other side of the house.
Yeah, by the forest.
Yeah, our little forest area there. But they're just loving it.
Yeah,
and
it's fun watching them.
And our eggs production has gone up too
Yeah.
since we've done that. So they seem to be enjoying.
And we're getting a green egg again. So one of our Americanas is really enjoying it.
Yeah.
We've had a green egg every week.
Yep, good stuff. So yeah, it's funny watching them. They just all happy,
Strutting.
happy chickens come from California.
So yesterday you were working on your car, and I got to go to a yoga workshop for Happy Hips. It's a hip opener, hour and a half, almost 2 hours. I think he really went 2 hours. I'm feeling it today.
Yep.
But so awesome. It's this studio we have here they're really phenomenal about, making sure you're correct, and and it's fun.
Big difference. I know you mentioned big difference between watching it on a video and actually
Yeah.
having someone do
This
just
you
a
almost
real
need
slight,
to be in a class.
Slight corrections make a world of difference. And
Yeah,
what you're doing,
move your toe half an inch, and it's like woohoo, and it's like wow, But it's almost where you need the class in order, where you don't hurt yourself. It's more of a, because there's a lot of aerobic activities, like Taibo, kickboxing, that you don't really need that instruction. Well, I guess if you're not into working out, I don't know.
It's good to have someone who knows what they're doing, show
especially
and
if
correct.
you've had any injuries.
It's more than just showing you how to do something. It's correcting you when you're doing it wrong, and you being able to recognize that. I know when you're doing stuff, I point out when you're not in line, straight up and down, or have things the way they should be. Just visually, I'm not a yoga person, but I at least can tell that you don't have your arm pointed straight up like it's supposed to, because you show me the pictures. This is the pose I'm supposed to be doing, and you can't see yourself at a distance. So, but
it's fun.
I know. And you came back and you were sore, and you're still sore.
Yeah, probably the next couple of days sore.
Yep.
I was quite proud of myself because there's some young chickens in there, that size ones, you thought for sure they're going to be able to do all these real funky inversions,
touches and
high up yoga poses, and it's like you couldn't even touch their toes. I'm like, whoa, this old hag, it's like yeah. So,
a little confidence booster.
Yeah, it was. And I'm like, wow.
So you feel like you're a teenager again, huh?
Yeah. That was amusing to me.
Yeah. Well, while you were at your workshop, I was working on the car. I know we mentioned last week that we had an issue with that. So ordered all the parts and got those in during the week. And then yesterday I took the time to change out the parts and get all the stuff I needed to do while you were at your yoga class. Went rather smoothly.
Yeah.
No issues, just back to normal, running like it should. So, yeah, that was a good thing.
So, woohoo.
Mm-hmm. And then...
The grass is sprouting that you planted.
Yeah, it's finally, you start seeing the little
I'm
blades of
kind
grass.
of worried this week because I was out watering it and I'm like, you sure you put this stuff down there?
Like, I don't want to... hope that seed was good. I hope I don't have to go back and reseed it. And then when the sun was coming down at an angle, you really see it then because it's shining across at an angle. You see the little blades of grass coming up. And I'm like, okay, well, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So, yep. So, projects coming together. And I just have to wait for it and I start mowing it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a while. So, Farmer's Almanac. This is from Cat Crazy Creations. Her name is Sonia. And I just see the big tongue.
Dundy's down here.
She's asked, I would love to see a video of your farm animals. And we actually, this is funny because I don't read these questions in advance. So we actually did a farm tour last week, but I think we're going to show the chickens out roaming around.
Yeah, the girls doing their thing, and
so yeah,
see if we can't get them in their normal habit. Because when we go out, then they come all running back to the coop. Cause
because they think they're going to get fed.
Food. Yeah. See, that's the trick. When you let your chickens out, you throw a little feed inside their head, and they all come pouring in. So when I actually tried to film earlier before we podcasted, and I went out there, and they all, I'm like, no, I want you out and about in the green stuff. They didn't listen, so I got to sneak up on them or something.
Yeah. So, James, how did James learn to knit, and how long have you been knitting?
How did I learn how to knit? I had a good instructor here. And how long have I been knitting? It's been a number of years. I don't remember exactly when you taught me, but it's been at least...
Since you've been podcasting.
Yeah, it's been at least that long, right around there.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly. I didn't mark it on a calendar, but I know it's been a while. I don't do it a lot because I've got other things that keep me occupied.
It's because we don't sit a lot. It's like...
See, my problem is I'm not good enough to where I can watch TV and knit at the same time. And we don't watch a lot of TV anyways, but it's usually
like
about
45 minutes.
It's like an hour in the evening. That's about all the TV time we get, because I'm running around, at work. I get home, I do stuff at here, we get dinner and whatnot, and then we sit down and we get about an hour of TV time. And if I knit during that time, which is really the only time I have that's not occupied with something else, I'm either watching the TV or I'm knitting. I can't do both. I'm not a good at...
Because you haven't done it long enough.
I just can't. I'm challenged enough as it is just watching what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But, so that's about the only time I really get a chance to. And if we're watching something that is, not entertaining, I get more knitting done that way. But we actually just started a new show, Blacklist, we're watching that on Netflix. It's so good that Dawn's not even getting a lot of knitting done. It's so action-packed, a lot of stuff. You got to pay attention.
Yeah, it's right from you push play, and it's like, wham, there. It's like straight action.
Yeah, we just started this during this last week because Jimmy had watched it and said it was really good. We had to watch it, and the whole first episode, I don't think I saw the needles move once. Don just sitting there, like you didn't get much knitting done.
Yeah.
So that's good. But that's why I don't get a whole lot of knitting done because I really only get about an hour of free time during the week, and on the weekends, I guess it really is. It's every day. During the weekends, I'm actually busier, I think, than during the week. Other than when I'm during the week, I'm at work, and so I'm not here to do stuff. But I don't almost ever sit. This is my free time on Sunday. Got my list of honey-do list over in the kitchen waiting for me to get done so I can go out and knock that stuff out. So but so I've been knitting probably 3 years. Maybe a little longer. I don't remember exactly. I remember because I was knitting at the cognitive podcast a couple years back. I brought some
Retreat.
knitting,
Yeah.
cognitive retreat. I was there knitting, and
you were
and that's-
you were sick then and knitting.
I was sitting there. I remember knitting at one of the cognitive retreats, and I know we didn't go the last 2 years because of Fuji.
Yeah.
And so it's been at least 3 years because I remember doing that. But before that, I don't remember exactly when. I can go back on the podcast.
And you also crochet too.
Yeah, I do. I do crochet too.
You crochet.
I do crochet as well. That's more recent. You showed me that when we were
Yeah.
doing the
Snuggles for Sadie. Yarnivore.
Yeah.
Yarnivore.
And good thing I got an expert here, because if I had to start something again, I'd be lost. I'd need YouTube or something. But I got Dawn here, and she helps me out, especially when I mess up and I'm like, can you fix this for me? So
Yep.
that, I think, about covers it. That's my knitting experience.
I was waiting for the word.
I wasn't
say.
sure
I'm
what.
like,
Yeah.
what's
So
gonna fly out of our mouths? You
good
never
question
know.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the coop, where do I begin? I guess I
yeah.
always start with the Scrappy Happy blanket.
Yeah, that's your.
Table is full today. So this is my Scrappy Happy blanket by Shelley King. It's mitered squares. It is huge. If you're new, this has been an ongoing, and I think it will always
Project.
be ongoing because
Just throw some more on there and.
And these squares, 7 squares, I try to do a square a day, and these are from Gimme Yarn 418, Erin of the Thank God It's Finished podcast. So, yep, all of them, and these 3 were the same little mini skeins. So
You just
I
pick
like
up
how it
different colors.
Yeah. So I might have to go back through some of my scraps that I didn't do that from trouble. All these little white hairs.
That's your.
Darn kitty cats. So, yeah, all 7. There's fun. This was this morning. I love this color. It's like a dark. See, it's looking dark.
It's like a pomegranate. It's almost like.
Oh, I was thinking more mauve-y.
Well, mauve.
Mauve.
Mauve. I guess it depends on the color of
Yeah.
your pomegranates.
So, I'm trying to see. Here you.
I'll
There.
manage the stash here.
So then I have my present cowl, and that is, oops, whoa, where'd it go? Here we go. I don't remember the designer, that's why I'm waiting for it to load. Mademoiselle C. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And it said it's a quick knit, and I was wondering, like, why do they call this a quick knit? They actually used Aran weight. I'm using hand spun, and
How
this
does
is my hand spun. It's Redfish Dye Works that I spun up, and it's more of a sport weight. Sport, yeah, I'd still say sport weight. So. And I had like 300 yards on this, and why I don't know why I chose so much yardage for this cowl, because I can probably get 2 out of these.
It's looking good.
It's fun. It's super fun. Where's my my dicky doo is over there. So, yeah.
Is this the one you went up a needle size so that?
No, that's the next one.
Oh.
This is it's nice and I'm not gonna block this because I like that wormy looking texture.
Wormy looking.
Well, it's like bumps.
Gives it character.
Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, this is. I did quite a bit on that, didn't I? I'm like,
So you
dang.
forgot because you're too busy watching your show to
I
remember
know.
how much knitting you did, huh?
So, and it's like 50% silk, 50% merino, so it's nice and gushy. And but yeah, I might be able to get 2 out of that skein of hand spun. So it's
We'll
like,
do a hat match.
yeah, I wear hats so much.
Yeah, I know.
Dundee has like a 3-foot by 2.5-foot horse, and he just came bouncing through here with it.
With his horse and he's bringing all his toys out
Yeah.
because we're talking about his toys and now he wants to show off.
So then my other project is the Star Shower Cowl by Hilary Smith Callis. This is a paid for pattern, and it was a gift from Stitch by Sasha. And this is such a fun pattern. I'm already looking at what yarn I want to do another one in. Yep, the wrong bag. So all my little Sasha bags are, and this one's in a Sasha bag. Stitched by Sasha. And this is done with Cakewalk Yarns Weenie colorway. And this is so fun to knit because you'll be knitting, you know, the gray, and then ooh, there'll be a little pop of orange, or there's my Fuji stitch marker where it show up really good. Where's my dicky-do on this? Oh, because you flip back and forth on, like, the pattern is like on the wrong side row, and then the other patterning is done on the right side row. So I did a couple inches.
It's cool looking.
There, yeah, it's.
And this is the one where you did
This is the one where I went up.
a size in the needle so that it would
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah, and I did check even when I got to that point that it would go over my head, besides just going off of what the measurements, because I don't trust that. So I thought, I'm going to make sure it goes over my head. But this will be so fun to wear, you know, whereas like just a shawl that you have to wrap around, this isn't going to come off, you know, because you knit it like a shawl, but yet you join like a cowl. Yeah, it's such fun pattern that this is making. There we go. But yeah, this is an enjoyable knit. I just really haven't knitted much. Or I don't feel like I have. So there's that. Then I started, well, because I always forget this, so it's right here in front of my face and I'll still probably forget it. Let's go over the spinning. This is Be Mice Elf. And it's called In the Cunning colorway, and it's merino. And I got it all plied up. There's yellow on the bottom, then you can see a little bit of orange still peeking out, and then the red. And then I'm going to be chain plying this.
Cool.
Although it made such a nice single, but it's like really
Thin.
thin.
It's like lace weight.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't see that. So yeah, I'm gonna chain ply it and do something with it. I was thinking that would look cool in that cowl too, having that gradient, you know.
Yeah.
But so I did do spinning. I didn't do any yesterday because I wanted to save I didn't want to get started on the chain plying.
No, and then forget about it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Put it up here, that way you remember.
Yeah, because even when I put it up here, I don't
Now,
remember.
do you have another spool, or did it all fit on the one spool?
It fit on that, but I'll use the bobbin and the thingy that you made me. I can't think of the name of it right now.
The flyer?
Yeah, that you made
The
me.
bigger,
because it's
the big one?
big, huge jumbo one that he made for my Luette. So I can fit a ton on that.
Yeah.
So then I started another project this week because Retro Lemon is having a knit along for her Ruby, the Lovable, Huggable Monster, and I think Cost Shirley gifted me this pattern. She has this, Retro Lemon has this and her sloth for a knit along. So this is the pattern. And Jenna's patterns are fabulous. There hasn't been a one. They're so well written and they're just fun to knit.
I know you always comment on
Now
how much you
the
enjoy it.
squid was still a fun knit, but that sucker had a lot of tentacles, but it is so awesome. It's like one of my favorite. That was for Jimmy's 16th birthday. And I stole James's Sasha bag because
It was an available project bag.
Yeah, it was right there, and it kind of read and it matched the yarn.
Oh, that is bright, huh?
Yeah. I'm using Dancing Dog Dye Works in the Jelly Bean colorway. And then I'll probably use pink for like the arms.
Cool.
And it's all over the place. And just did a little bit on this. I was waiting for the laundry.
Is that your laundry room
This
project?
is my laundry room project. So, yep. It's either the butt or the head. I don't know. And then
Depends on where you put the eyes.
yeah, it could be a butt head. That's what I'm making it. It's a rainbow butt head. So, yeah, my tabs, little markers she sent me. So, rainbow balls. So it's like happy rainbow.
Yep.
So,
Happy colors.
yeah. So, got that going, and, you know, 'cause
Awesome.
I don't even think you've seen that one. You might have seen
No,
it on the counter.
No, that's the first time seeing it. I don't hang out with you in the laundry room, so.
No, not too many people do.
Just Dundee and Fuji.
Yeah, because that's also known as their potty room.
Yeah,
So, I think that's all in the coop.
it looks like it.
Yep. So Squeal, that was
The big
lame.
squeal.
The big squeal. The wahaha. Squeal like a pig. There we go. Got a big old honkin' box in the mail this week, and that just brought up this whole mailman issue, and I was just like, we have a
Okay,
sucky
back to the
mailman.
happy
But anyways,
rainbow
yeah,
place.
I was glad it came because Tara Worsterwaite let me know that a box was coming. Had no idea what this box was. She said it was 4 pounds. I'm like, wow. And so I got it and I opened it and blown away. Beyond, and you know me, how I like to talk. Beyond, no words. Still, it's hard to totally flabbergasted. This is, when I opened the box, this is what I saw. And it was like, it is love and hugs and prayers and well wishes, and I told myself I wasn't going to cry. And she forgot the tissues.
Yeah.
She, Tara, journaled from the start of this project, and this was the project in the group that says Dawn and James no peeking.
Yeah.
And we didn't, you know. I was wanting to figure a way to lock it, or, you know, where I couldn't even see it, you know. 'Cause,
But
you know,
you're the admin, so.
yeah, so I didn't. And it's funny, funny thing, because she got me a thong. It's a book thong. She knew I'd get a crack at. But she journaled from the very beginning of starting this whole project, you know, putting the thread in there. She journaled, you know, different days.
And this all came about because of
yeah.
Fuji's, Fuji our Chihuahua came out of remission, started back into her chemotherapy here, and I think that was the start of this project that they were coordinating through our Wolf Farm Ravelry group.
You see, I'm bad at explaining. That's why I got
And
you
so,
here.
but you know, with the note, James and Don don't read, so we stayed clear of that thread. You know, let them do the coordination and stuff. You know, so that we weren't spoiling the surprise. And the surprise came in the mail this week. So that's what Don got.
Is leading it. We got. It's
Well,
to all
it's
of us.
for us, but yeah. So that's what you're explaining, kind of what's going on. So.
But, you know, I wanted to share all of this. She saved, you know, the little notes that came. She sketched what the squares looked like. She put, you know, special little leaves that she found. And, you know, she put the note cards in here. Addresses, you know.
From everybody that helped
From
make
everybody,
a square,
yeah.
or some people made more than one, and
So, yeah, it took me, I took a day the other day and went through all this, and,
yeah,
you know, it
means a lot. I know
it's such a treasure, you know, and, you know, just that you would take the time, you know, to do this. And so I want to show you because each one of these are so special. So, this is huge. I have a picture on Instagram. Okay, we'll start it this way because I know this is how I went. You know, I wanted to really thank you, you know, from the bottom of our hearts for this, and what a treasure this will always be. You know, and you can just feel the love and in each square, you know, and
well, they took the time to do.
And these
this,
are big old honking
yeah.
squares too, you know, it's like, wow. So this first one, this bright green, is from Maddie's mama, Lori, and she did the paw print. And that was another thing in the diary. It was neat to see, you know, why they picked that, what it meant to them as they were doing it.
Yeah.
And so the next one is crocheted, and that was from Family Diva Sue. And then the next one is from Philippa, and there's two of these gray ones. So I'm trying to peek through the holes, make sure it's showing. So there's one on top here, and then there's one towards the bottom. And then this one is from Stitched by Sasha. And she did too, but I will get to her other one. Those little hearts. And it's so squishy. So then, go back this way. So then this green one is from Emil Carve, 1963. Yeah, I was making sure I got the right year. Then the next two are from Stony Brook, which is Mama Linda. And they're
crocheted.
Yeah, crocheted. So pink and green, and here's her other one right next to it. And she's half of the lovely hostess of the Knitworthy podcast. And I'm trying to see where I'm at. And then this one is, I want to make sure that's showing.
The pattern or texture there.
Yeah, that maybe it helps to. It's a paw print, and that's from Tracy Thumperina and her doggy crew. That's a really, really pretty color. That would make a really pretty sweater, I was thinking when I saw that one. So then, Susan Yarn Seeker sent this pretty green one. And it's cool, she put all the greens pretty much on one side down the strip, and then pinks down the strip. And then the middle was more of the
other colors.
Variants, yeah. So this was Yarn Seeker, and it's, can you see the house? Because even her Ravatar has a farmhouse, and like I said, it was so neat reading because you guys know I'm so big on why you choose things and the yarn to go with it. And then next one is Debbie, Crafty Deb. That's really cool looking pattern. And it was neat how Tara drew she's a good drawer, y'all. She drew these in the diary, you know.
So you knew which ones were which.
Yeah, you know, where she is cataloging it. And then Sun Daisy, 920. She sent Sun Daisy's Perfect Podcast. Angie sent Snoopy. You can see.
Oh.
You know, some of these you got to kind of turn,
catch the
light. Yeah. So that was really cool. And then Knit Psycho. Dang Trouble.
Oh, that's bright.
Yeah, that's my Knit Psycho. That's awesome. And that's Amanda. She hasn't podcasted in quite a while, Amanda. She's going to too many hockey games, that's why. She needs to go podcasting.
Well, spring will be here soon enough that she'll be able to get back to podcasting.
And then we have Kathy G, and there's a paw print. That's really soft too, with little hearts. Thank you. It's hard. It's getting heavy. And then Jensta. Jenny.
Those all little mini ones? Wow.
Mini mitered squares. And, you know, if you notice the pinks and green. So it, you know, it was to remind of my mitered square blanket and the
Awesome.
colors. And so that's really, really cool. And then this one was Alita Casey. And like I said, this is the one that she had
On the top.
on the top. So that's really cool. I've wanted to do that pattern, but yeah, I haven't. I've got enough blankets going. But it's so neat filling all the different textures too.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another Stitched by Sasha one. The garter. Not garter. Yes, it is. Garter stitch. This is a knitting podcast. And so it's all squishy, and I love the colors too of that. That's another one I need a sweater of. So then back to this one. Oh, it's because it's upside down.
No.
This is from Cookie. And it's, okay, she's knitting Pepper on Ravelry, but she's cookie bean on, and I'm glad she wrote me a beautiful letter. And I wanted a double thank you for that too. But it's got the lace and the heart, and that's a really awesome green too. So then we have, and she's not that far away. She's a California girl too. I guess I could have told you where all these people are from, huh? And then this one is from Lorraine, another California girl. Come to think of it. And this is another crocheted one. LYENG 11 on Ravelry. Oh, so that's showing up really cool. And then here's the other one from Philippa. That's cool. And then Heidi Cookie Lady Knits did a pink heart. So, yep,
Awesome.
it's full of, and it's so warm because I had it wrapped around me for Jimmy to take the picture, and it's like, I've wanted, because I've been cold this week, I've been wanting to snuggle up with it, but I just like, oh no, I can't. I want it
Not
to.
till you show it on the podcast.
Yeah. And Tara's the one, Worcester Weight, that joined the colors, you know, the blues, and
Stitched it all together.
And
Cool.
so yeah,
Awesome.
it's amazing.
It's huge.
Well, we could both
Well, you know.
snuggle with it. So yeah, just thank you so much, you guys. It's just
Yep.
Words.
Awesome that, you know.
And when I had it all laid out, when I was going through and writing so I could show each square, because that's important to me, because you guys spent so much time doing this, you know, it's, you know, Fuji was even on it, checking out each one, and, you know, I'm sure she could smell, you know, like Tracy's doggies, and, you know, Sasha's kitties, and, you know, and Angie's kitties, and Hope, and so, yeah, it's very cool.
I know. Awesome. That's that
I
you guys
can't
would take the time
thank you
to
enough.
put that together, coordinate, you know, doing a multi-person projects takes a lot of coordination, and
Yeah.
just the thought that you guys would take the time to do that for us, and I just really appreciate it. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much.
yeah, and the journal to boot.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
That was amazing. That was like, wow.
yeah, it tells us about the blanket,
The
the
story,
gift. Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, it's awesome.
You know, and even future generations down the line, you know, will see this, and, you know,
yeah,
so,
awesome.
yep.
Thank you, everyone who's took the time to
Yeah.
just work on it. We appreciate it.
I didn't cry.
Yeah, you made it through. Good job.
So, in the arena, we have our Hatchinit, and that's in our Ravelry group. We sticky it each month, so every month you can enter whatever projects you knit, crochet, spin, weave, So, you
Any
put it in there.
fiber
Related, yeah. Whether you started it 2 months ago or just started it and finished it. It has to be finished.
Yeah. Those are for whenever you finish. If you finished in this month, you enter it this month, then
Yep.
You could be a winner.
Winner of a Wolf Farm gift certificate. Or Philippa, she's donated quite a few stitch markers, so we have that as a prize.
Awesome.
And, yeah. So I think we're rounding up.
Are we rounding up?
Rounding up.
Coming around the corner when she comes. Alrighty.
Although when you said around the corner, I immediately thought of NASCAR.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jeff Gordon's retiring after this year.
He told me that last night. He just blew my bubble.
Yep. So, yeah, that's our driver, so we got to find a new one.
Well, we like Jimmy Johnson, but it's like all the original.
Oh, yeah.
The good.
We've been watching for a while, so.
Yeah, Earnhardt and Wallace and what was the McDonald's guy? I just totally.
Oh, Elliott. Bill Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
See,
that's
all
where
the
we
good
started.
Old boys,
now,
the good old boys. When it was real racing, too.
Yeah, it's much kinder,
Boogity,
gentler.
boogity, boogity. It's like, come on.
It's okay. So the young kids are coming
Well,
out.
because Gordon used to be the youngin'.
Yeah, I know.
Boy, that really
makes you
dates
feel,
us, though,
make you feel old.
Yeah, I can
It's
touch
okay.
my toes.
Hey, yeah, NASCAR's starting up, so they got the Daytona 500s in 2 weeks. So
Thought it was next week.
no, next week is the
shootout.
the shootout stuff, the Bud shootout. And, yeah, that's the pre-season. Get your motor turn in and
Get
ready.
your motor running.
Get you in the mood for NASCAR, and so in 2 weeks we got the Daytona 500. So we have to podcast quick so we can sit down and actually take some time out.
Do that.
Yeah, no,
that never happens.
it plays in the background as we're running through the house doing stuff. Anyway, so back to our podcast. I want to remind you get a free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolf Farms. Just during your checkout, put in the comments section that you'd like one. We'd be happy to stick one of those in your order as we're shipping it off. Don't forget we have fresh cut roses on sale, 25% off in the shop, as well as our lip balm buy two get one free special. And I think that about
And
does
don't forget our new liquid soaps if you missed that episode, because I was...
yeah, we now have liquid soap in the shop. So.
And more than the 4 original
Yeah,
scents.
and I should probably add some more scents into the shop. It just takes some time to get those together. But
yeah, you can always ask, too.
yeah, if there's something you're wanting and you don't see it, just shoot us an email.
Yeah.
We try and accommodate it. So.
Yeah, and we're going to get more earthy
Yeah.
scents in the shop soon. Just got to find time to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've gotten some of the
Some
oils
really,
in. And,
really good stuff.
Yum.
Yeah, we'll come out with a whole new set of scents and fragrances over the next couple months here.
Yep. So be on the lookout.
Alrighty.
So until next time.
Let's get cracking.
Hatching it.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.